Trustee Bowles?
Yes.
Trustee Burgess?
Yes.
Supervisor Devon?
Yes. Public comments. Any public comments?
I have a public comment.
Then stand up and say
I'm
your
sorry.
name and
I'm sorry.
address.
I'm Donna Keck from Timber Lane, and I was here a couple of times before in your meetings requesting that something be done with our street, that we lived in a really awful situation, that we couldn't get down, and emergency vehicles can't get by, and it was just despicable, horrible situation there. But I am just so happy that it's been made, the decision has been made to help us with our road, and Dave, Mr. Deutsch, and everyone here has contributed to helping make that decision to fix our street and purchase that street, and have it be part of the township. And we're just more than, we don't even have words to say about how grateful we are and how much better it is. The lifestyle is just so much better, and it just makes a world of difference for the little community we have over there. And I think actually we honestly feel a little more part of Monee, because we were so destitute out there, and it was like nobody wanted to even go back there and come over and all that stuff. Our family lives were really kind of bad, and so now we're feeling more part of the community, and we hope to see continued change out there, and so we can keep our little area back there upgraded, and be proud of where we live. So thank you ever so much, Vic, for your contributions and your decision to take that over, and thank you. My granddson, the whole family, we were all like out the windows, like, oh my God, it's really happening. And I like, we were in tears, and we were alive. I know I was, and we were peering out the windows and watching big machines go by, and just fixing our horrible situation. And we're just, I'm gonna babble like for an hour.
Thank you. We always nice when people come and appreciate us, but all the appreciation does go to our Highway Commissioner, David Deutsch. He is the one that purchased the land and put it onto the rolls of the township, and so David, we just thank you for taking care of our people.
Thank you, David. What's that?
Just got this today, Joe just gave it to me.
What is it?
It's the deed for
the
the land,
deed.
so we own it now.
Now I'm the owner, or not I'm the owner.
I wish, where's my cell phone? I wanted to take the picture. So thank you ever so much. Yeah, it means a lot to us. I moved out here in 2001, and it steadily got worse and worse, if that was possible.
Well, we know it was awful, and I'm glad that David decided he could do something about it, so that's great. So
Yes.
Thank you for coming and telling us about it.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
I ain't done yet.
Okay, supervisors report. General assistance report, there were 2 intakes, 2 applications, 0 flat grants, 0 other aid, 5 were given pantry, 0 denied, 3 pending, 0 terminated. So for the period of February 12th through March 10th, we had 5 on GA. We spent a total of $1,400.94. Our senior committee is going to have on April 15th a spring cleaning lunch. That will be here at the Township Building. Seniors 65 and over are free to attend this. They must be 65, and you must pre-register. So please, if you're interested as a senior, you must register. That's about it. Clerk's report.
Well, of course, the elections primary yesterday. Sounds like we had pretty much record turnouts, quite a few turnout. In fact, all the precincts that were reporting saying they had many more than they've had before. And it, I think some of the issues this time was you could register and vote at the same time, and that caused some issues at the polls, because the judges weren't all ready for that.
That and the new machines. Some judges couldn't quite handle that either.
The poll book. Of course, we'll be looking at the agenda for the town and the town meeting tonight, so make sure you put that on your calendar to see it for in April, so. I think that's all I have.
Okay, highway commissioner's report.
Had a snowstorm here the 24th of February, and it got pretty bad out there. I still can't plow, just can't find it. So the guys, Brian and Paul, they put out 18 hours of plowing Wednesday and Thursday. We started plowing at 2 a.m. on Thursday, and within a half an hour, one got stuck, and Paul had to go and pull Brian out. Wet, heavy snow, took a lot of plowing. I've also inspected the township roads where the in-bridge pipeline went through. For the cost of damages, I'm in the process of negotiating with them. Doesn't look like it's going to be too difficult. A lot more damage dollar-wise than I thought there was going to be. Also inspected the Highland for a budget price for Miracle paving, for paving of that road. I'm working on a bid letting here soon. We'll try to get the bid out so we can get that project going. Prices have come down for paving. Well, I signed up. I re-signed the contract for salt for next year, so I got that all sold up in price too, I think, but be the same price. Well, it shouldn't be any higher than that. Attended the County Highway Commissioners meeting last night, and we talked about the future of the township government. There's a total of 16 bills introduced down in Springfield to either consolidate or eliminate township government. So that's a busy. That's they're trying everything they can to change everything. I think they're going to save money if they did away with us. Also, the Aqua Pipeline, I'll be attending a meeting next Monday night, 21st, over at the Village Hall here, to discuss and answer, some questions from some of the residents. And I have acquired the services of Hutchinson Engineering to oversee the project. I just gave a detailed report to Joe to look over for me. It's the road agreement and a few other things to see what it's all about. Because I feel they're going to pay. They're going to pay. They're supposed to pay the fee of the engineer, Aqua is. And it'd be much easier and much better because then they can watch it. They can know what to do, and if they're going to come close to the road, they got to get it back to the way it was. And they got to have a long-term agreement with them. So we're far, far from that because they got to buy the right of way from the people to put this pipeline in, because they own to the center of the road, and they got to buy that. They got to buy the right of way from them, and then they're going to have to deal with me if they can't put it on the private other side of the road ditch, which they can't. So we'll have to see what happens. Keep going. Any questions?
No, I'm glad we got our deed for that piece of land.
Yes. Oh, yes, we got that. Yeah. Yeah, I got that. Joe just gave me that. So.
It's recorded March 8th, so not that long ago.
No.
And that's good. And now we're legal, whatever.
Yep. I'll get surveyors out there, and we'll start surveying, and get the lines drawn so I know exactly what's what. And do some clearing and do some more gravel. Keep going.
Great, thank you. Assessor's report.
Just have first a couple of announcements. We do have our workshop scheduled for April the 21st. I do have some flyers here. I'll be leaving some here for Willa, but if anybody wants one, I got them right here. And what we'll be primarily discussing and answering questions for taxpayers is the exemptions. We really want to highlight the exemptions because a lot of times we're still finding, even at this point, that some people don't have the exemptions they're supposed to have, and that's the way you save money on your tax bill. Also, the tax bills are going to be coming up. I can say that the increase that I've been talking about, that won't be until next year. On the assessment. So, because taxes are paid in arrears, all you have this year is that little increase that happened last year. And then, of course, letting people know about the appeal process. We also will be having a representative from the Supervisor of Assessment Office in our office on April the 28th and May the 24th. I also have those flyers here to help seniors file for their senior freeze and other exemptions. So if someone comes in with another exemption form to get filled out, they help them with that too as well. But the primary focus is to help people with their senior freezes, which they have to do every year. We are reviewing resumes. We've had good response from the article in the newspaper, and then we also had our career fair at DeVry. We're pretty much going to have someone in there by the end of this month. And we're seeing some new commercial construction in the township, both in Monee and out in the industrial area near the highway. That's going to be a good thing, next year. Again, that's next year's stuff. But in overall, there will be an increase this year in assessments. I'm still gathering data, and so that I can present to the Supervisor of Assessment to help make sure that increase is not, real high, because I know that it will indicate that the values are going up, but primarily what I know that those are based on is the homes that were sold as foreclosures, they got renovated, and now they're being resold. So, it's a little different in the condition for those. Those are like new homes, so to speak. So I'm trying to give a little argument there with the supervisor so we can make sure that we keep that increase amount as low as it can. And I know that it'll be increasing again next year, so that's why, I really want to kind of keep that down. But there'll be more details on the 21st for that. I should have my discussion with her by that time. And then, let's see what else. The other things I wanted to know if you would be sharing tonight, Donna, what the approved levy amount was.
We haven't received it.
You still haven't gotten it? Okay. All right, that's all I have. And, I'm looking to hear what you had to say about the lease too. Yep.
Get an attorney report. Do you want to wait until we get down to the lease thing, which is on the old business to talk about that?
I can just mention now, I can think about it.
Okay.
I did contact the attorney from University Park, try to find out what was happening, because it was supposed to come up, I thought, on a previous agenda right after our last meeting at University Park, but apparently for one reason or another, it didn't. So the message I got from the attorney was that it's going to appear that the lease extension is supposed to be on the agenda for action that's in front of University Park on March 22nd. So we'll cross our fingers.
Good. At least it's an answer. Right?
It is. It's an idea. No, it is. And
So,
supposedly we're on the agenda for March 22nd.
that's good. All right. Thank you. Anything else?
For me, no.
Okay, let's move into the standing committee. We've had, I think I mentioned at the last meeting that we've just gotten a email from Andre Covington saying that he was resigning from the Plan Commission. So the first thing I want to do is actually accept his resignation, so that's on the record. And then second, Paul Gooseby, I want to appoint him to replace Andre, the term expiring 2017. And then there'll be reappointment of other commissioners whose terms are expired, and that I've got new dates for them. So let's start with the new one. Can we have a motion to accept the resignation of Andre Covington from the Plan Commission? So moved. By Debbie. Second by Terry. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Trustee Gold,
Yes.
Trustee Burgess,
Yes.
Supervisor Deborah.
Yes. Paul Gooseby, and I don't know if, and some of you should know him, he used to work for Jim Harris in the assessor's office. So he has a good feel for the township, And so, and since he used to go out and do a lot of the surveying and things that the assessor's office had to do, so he's very familiar with the township and what we are all about. So I thought that he would probably make a good addition to the Plan Commission. Right now, the Plan Commission hasn't met for years, but hopefully, with the news that there might be some more construction coming about, we will be getting information from the county that they might have to do something. So I would like to have a full contingent. So if I could have a motion to appoint Paul Gooseby to replace Andre? So for a term to expire 2017. Moved by Terry.
Second.
Second by Debbie. Roll call vote.
Trustee Bowles,
Yes.
trustee Burgess,
Yes.
supervisor Devlin.
Yes. And then I would like a vote to reappoint the commissioners Jeff Ritter for a term to 2018, Les Batterman, term expiring 2018, Paul Zakrowski, term expiring 2018, and Calvin Lacefield for the term expiring 2017. Is there a motion?
Can I just a question, when you say expires 2018, you mean is that like January 1, 2018, or is it December 31, 2018?
What was on our last commission? April, actually, they're all April, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
These are all April. Yeah, they should have said that, so, to expire all April on those dates, those years. Is there, a motion? Debbie, second?
Second.
Terry? Roll call vote, please. That's a good question, thank you.
Trustee Bowles,
Yes.
trustee Burgess,
Yes.
supervisor Devlin.
Yes. Okay. All right, new business. We have Will Ride. Now, the Will Ride, we have only December billing, and because we also, for this budget, we need to go out through to the end of March, and we won't have the billings on that. So at this time, I want us to have a motion to pay December's payment, $4587.82, and also a motion to pay January, February, and March 2016, an estimated $4,500 a month for a total of $13,500 for January, February, and March. So let's do the first one. Is there a motion to pay the Will Ride December payment?
So moved.
Terry? Second? Debbie? Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Trustee Bowles,
Yes.
trustee Burgess, supervisor Devlin.
Yes. And then I'd like a motion to pay an estimated January, February, and March bill of $4,500 each for a total of $13,500 so that we can get that into our, pay it before March 31st. Is there a motion? Debbie? Second?
Second.
Carrie. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Bowles,
Yes.
trustee Burgess,
Yes.
supervisor Devlin.
Yes. Okay, next is our, budget. I took the, budget worksheets that we've been working with that show the last 5 years' expenditures and what we had talked about and put them into actual tentative budget form. So hopefully everything is as it should be. And if anybody catches any errors in it, let me know. Does anybody have any discussion on any particular items or any questions you have on anything? Well, if not, we do have till next month. We do have a budget hearing set from 7 to 7:15 at our April meeting. And so then that will be any final discussion, and then we will pass the budget at that time. So right now we will post, this budget has to be posted at 30 days ahead of time, and so this will be, it's probably already posted, right? We've had it posted for a few days, but we are well within our 30 days. So Anybody ever wants to see a tentative budget, they can come in here and ask to look at a copy of it.
So, it's a question, so this is after the annual town meeting that we'll have the budget?
Yes, the
Okay.
annual town meeting is April 12th.
Right.
That's a Tuesday, and our board meeting is the third Thursday. Okay. All right, we have a cleaning contract. No, we have to set the agenda for the annual town meeting. Every year we do have the annual town meeting, and it's on the second Tuesday of the month. We have it April 12th of 2016 at 7:30 p.m. We have had no requests from any outside parties to put any particular item on the agenda. They had to been in by March 1st. We received none. So we have, this is our agenda that is set, and it basically it's the same as it is most years. So is there a motion to approve the annual town meeting agenda? Moved by Debbie.
Second.
Second by Terry. Roll call vote.
Trustee Bowles?
Yes.
Trustee Burgess?
Yes.
Supervisor Dever?
Yes. And then Bobby, you will post this wherever all you have to do and all the stuff you need to do as clerk. Okay. All right, next is the cleaning contract. Got a lot on our agenda today. TFH Cleaning Service has been cleaning at the Township Assessor's Office for 5-6 years now or longer, and does a very good job. They're putting in a new contract, and I see the only difference between last year's contracts that I could see, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that there's a $200 extra. So last year it was $54.60, this year it's $56.60. Is that correct? And so other than that, I think all the terms and everything are the same, and the cleaning duties and everything are the same. Is that correct? Okay. All right. Is there a motion to approve the TFH cleaning service?
So moved.
So moved by Terry. And second?
Second.
Debbie. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Trustee Bowles?
Yes.
Trustee Burgess?
Yes.
Supervisor Dever?
Yes. Next item is, TUI is having a 75th anniversary ad request for their Perspectives magazine that they put out on a monthly basis that everybody that we all get. What they're saying is that, hey, this is their 71st anniversary, and they're inviting us to take part for a fee. So for, a fee, we can, and they say that it is an expense that we can do, because there are sometimes, like people ask us to do things and we can't do it because it's not a permissible township expense, but this is. So, people can buy full pages for $550, but I don't know if we want to go that much. I would think either we do a line listing fee for $75, or we do the 8-page fee, which is probably more like and that's $150, and that's probably more like a business card. Yeah, business card thing. So, what do you think, guys? Want to do a business card? Yeah. All right. Then is there a motion then to do an 1/8 of a page for $150 for the township perspective?
So moved.
Okay, moved by Carrie, second by Debbie. All right, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Bowles?
Yes.
Trustee Burgess?
Yes.
Supervisor Dever?
Yes. Monee Post Prom has asked us to do a social service agreement with them. We've done this for the last several years. The mission is to have an atmosphere where students can enjoy a special evening without alcoholic beverages and negative peer pressure. So they have an event that's very well chaperoned, and security guards and parent volunteers. And so we have contributed the last few years. Last year we gave $100, and and we could give any amount. If we want to do 50, 75, 100. You could go more. I myself don't want to do more, but that's up to you guys. What your druthers you think you'd like to do on this?
200.
200, all right. Is there a motion to do a social service agreement with the Warrior Boosters Post-Prom Committee for $100? Debbie? Second. And second by Terry. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Bowles?
Yes.
Trustee Burgess?
Yes.
Supervisor Deborah?
Yes. Hey, we're moving along here. Line item transfers here. The line item transfers, we have, for the general town budget, we want to transfer from 5195 contingencies, $245 to 5112, which is internet access. Is there a motion to do so? Moved by Debbie. And Terry. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Bowles?
Yes.
Trustee Burgess?
Yes.
Supervisor Deborah?
Yes. Okay, the general assistance budget, has a, from 5195 contingencies, $200 to 5015, which is unemployment tax. Is there a motion, please? So Debbie and Terry seconds. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Bowles?
Yes.
Trustee Burgess?
Yes.
Supervisor Deborah?
Yes. Okay, we have the assessors, who have a request for a line item transfer. She has from 5195 contingencies to line 5060 training to move $1,000. So taking 1,000 from contingencies to put into training. From 5220 computer purchase, taking $400 to put into 5060 training. And then to take from 5,000, which is payroll, $500 to put in 5046 for the professional consultant. Is there a motion, please?
Is that consultant for the computer training?
No, that's for, our network support and database support. Those are our.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Debbie? Second?
Second.
Mary? All right. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Bowles?
Yes.
Trustee Burgess?
Yes.
Supervisor Deborah?
Yes. Okay, moving along now. Tomorrow, a few of us are going to be going to Lyle to do a Township of Illinois training. And I think it's going to be Sandra and Terry and Bobby, myself, and James Young are going. And so we just need to set this up. I think we need to meet here at the township at 6:30, and we will leave as soon as we get everybody here. We have to be there around 8:15 at the latest. And the question is, Bobby, were you volunteering to drive?
I really wasn't, but, I mean, I guess I will. I
You
mean,
will?
But yeah,
Okay.
didn't want to leave my wife without any vehicle, but
Does she have a vehicle or not?
that one out there is the only one we have.
The only
so.
one you have? Well, we
I mean,
can,
but
we can take my car, and I think five of us could, it'll be three in the back and two, yeah. We could probably all squeeze into mine as long as you drive.
I may have to drive on my own. I must take someone O'Hare. We'll see how that works.
Okay. When would you know? Because
They're gonna call me soon as.
all right, because we'll be rolling in the morning early.
I'm just saying, yeah, I would have to.
Okay, all right. All right, we'll just meet here, we'll figure out what we do tomorrow morning, but I'll have gas in my car, so it'll be good. And I have a iPod pass thing, so we can do the tolls that way, so that's good. So let's plan on 6:30 in here. All right, the next item under old business is the lease agreement for 46 Town Center, and we basically discussed that we're waiting for, what we did is actually, I don't know if you know this, what we did when Joe and I discussed that. We decided that we'd ask for the lease for 5 years, and then if it, at the end of it, then it automatically would go on for another 5 years. And he had originally had only a year in his contract, and then I said, push it, let's make it 5. And so we did 5 and 5, so we'll see what happens. They might pare it back a little bit, but, you know, but he didn't ask for any changes. He just said he'd represent it.
And it does give the option, instead of, it automatically would renew for the 5 years, but if for some reason we would want to terminate it, we have the right to terminate it.
Right, right. And then we asked for the 90 days instead of the 60 days that was in the former contract, in case there was any, they wanted to move us to a different building or whatever. So we did all the changes that we said that we were going to do on that. Okay, well then we'll hopefully have something, an answer on that by our April meeting, which would be good. Project reports, we really don't have anything to say on GSU. Everything is still held up. The state budget is killing us. We need a call out there to everybody to get hold of their state legislatures and make all these telephone calls and yell at them, because this no action is killing everybody. And Going Green's the same. All right, let's do our trustee audit of accounts. Let's start with Debbie down here. Sign that. I'm going to have to sign it too this time. Okay, this is for a disbursement of accounts from February 19th through March 17th, 2016, for a total of $79,727.44. Terry, you can sign that and give that to Bobby. All right, is there a motion to approve the audit of accounts? Debbie? Second by Terry. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Bowles?
Yes.
Trustee Burgess?
Yes.
Supervisor Denver?
Yes. Okay, any board comments? Okay, seeing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Moved by Debbie. Second by Terry. Roll call vote.
Trustee Bowles?
Yes.
Trustee Burgess?
Yes.
Supervisor Denver?
Yes.
It's a miracle.
It is 7:37. When Maurice called and we're